Start the class now. Okay, got it. We'll start. Okay, we'll start the class now. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyana Bhaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankara Acharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shrutismriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakatam Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaja Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Sri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanmaham Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Dimvyaistavaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramo Panishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanamastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Sri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha Sri Saraswati Namaha Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Deshamevanukampartham Ahamajnanajam Tamaha Nashayamyatma Bhavasthaha Jnanadipena Bhaswata Jyotishamapi Tajyotihi Tamasah Paramuchyate Jnanam Gneyam Jnanagamyam Hridi Sarvasya Vishtitam Nahi Jnanena Sadrisham Pavitramiha Vidyate Tatsvayam Yoga Samsiddhaha Kalenatmani Vindati Jnanena Tutadajnanam Esham Nashitam Atmanaha Tesham Aditya Bhajnanam Prakashayati Tatparam Ethai Dhamsi Samidhognihi Bhasmasat Kurute Arjuna Jnanagni Sarva Karmani Bhasmasat Kurute Tatha Yasya Sarve Samarambhaha Kama Sankalpa Varjitaha Jnanagni Dagdha Karmanam Tamahu Panditam Budhaha Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Shashtodhyayaha Dhyana Yogaha Om Narayana Parom Vyaktate Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantasvime Lokaha Saptadvipacha Medini Om. So I'll chant shloka number 5 once. We have finished 5 Padavibhaga Anvaya. We'll go to 6. Okay. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Uddharedatmanatmanam Atmanam Avasadayet Atmaiva Hyatmano Bandhuhu Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Ardham Swagatam. Hearty welcome to the next session on this very important chapter. The last chapter of the first section of Bhagavad Gita, which has got 3 parts. Okay. 1 to 6, 7 to 12, 13 to 18. Chapters 1 to 6 talk about Tvam Padartham, everything to do with the individual. Look at how beautifully Gita is organized. The goal is eternal happiness. That eternal happiness can happen only by understanding the ultimate reality. The ultimate reality, initially it's called Bhagavan, which is called Saguna Brahman. Over a period of time, you'll understand that external features, name and form, are only superficial or incidental. The real nature is pure consciousness. You understand your nature is pure consciousness. 𝐒𝐫𝐢 𝐊𝐚𝐫𝐚 𝐿𝐴. Understand the ultimate reality. Then, tasya kashokaha ko mohaha. So, once you understand the ultimate truth that I am pure consciousness, there is only one reality and that is my nature, you attain eternal bliss. That is the process in just a couple of steps. Radha Sagar looks very easy, right? The most difficult. Unless you sit in Gita or Vedanta class, you don't even have an inclination about all this. Anyway, so Bhagavan is leading us in that the first 6 chapters is to do with the individual. So understand yourself properly. So Naham Dehaha, I am not this body. Naham Manaha, I am not this mind. Naham Buddhihi, I am not this intellect. Not these indriyas or pranas or anything. I am of the nature of pure consciousness. That is what Bhagavan has explained so far. He has told then what is the process? Attain Chitta Shuddhi and study Vedanta Shastra. And for that, you have to do Karma and Karma Yoga. Clear? So Karma Yoga becomes a central theme for one to create the stepping stone for the ultimate knowledge. And who should do Karma Yoga? Bhagavan should do Karma Yoga. Vai? Somebody else should do. My parents should do Karma Yoga. My Guru should do Karma Yoga. Eh? Who should do Karma Yoga? I should do Karma Yoga. Please understand. I should do Karma. I should do Karma Yoga. Some people are saying, sir, by worshipping different people with different dress. Subramanian sir posted a question. He is not in the class today. He is not well. Okay. Will we get benefit? He was asking the question. Let me tell you, you first work on yourself. I keep saying our Shastras emphasize again and again on the term Purushartham. Write down. Purushartham has got 2 meanings, Shastras. Purushartham. That means what? Purusha means human being. Don't say only male. Not only Purusha. Purusha has been in the strict sense. Purusha means who's a human being. Purushartham. When you say artham as something that has to be obtained or wealth, it is dharma, artha, kama, moksham. Write down. When artham is something that is within you called sampat, it is your effort. So Purushartham is nothing but your effort and also the goal you want to reach with your effort. Because ultimately, whatever your effort is, you will reap that result. Clear, huh? Other questions are? 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐴vam tadbhavati. Whatever you aim for, you will achieve. If not 100%, at least 5%. That's how it is. Whether you aim for something good or bad or in between, you will reach that. So if your aim is the ultimate jnanam or ultimate truth, you will get it. If not now, at least in next janma. So Bhagavan is saying that Uddhared Atmanatmanam. Very, very important shloka. Please understand. Our Shastras lay a lot of emphasis on Purushartham, self-effort. Don't depend, don't believe, don't get carried away by some individual, some magic will happen, somebody will come, something will happen. I worship that Baba, this. Nothing is going to happen. Let me tell you. You are the master of your destiny. Then what is the role of all the other people? Please understand, if at all you want to follow somebody, that person's role is to give you the right advice as to what you should do in life. What are the right steps to attain the ultimate goal, which is eternal happiness, which is your nature. Once again, it is not external to you. And if that person is not versed in Vedas and Vedanta, you please throw that person into dustbin. Acharya Shankara says very clearly, Asampradayavit murkhavadeva upekshaniyaha. Very clear. Sundar VK, there is no mincing words. Here you cannot come and say, ye bhi chalega, wo bhi chalega. That is agar, wo nahi chalega. Then life ulta ho jayega. Please understand. Follow the right principle, the right path, the right things, then you will reach the right goal. Clear, huh? The reason we are celebrating Shankara Jayanti. All of you got the flyer or not? Most of you are not even registered. That's why you given time till Saturday. Please make sure you register for the program and participate in Shankara Jayanti. If at all you have to celebrate one Jayanti, it should be Shankara Jayanti. Because of Shankara, we are celebrating all the festivals. Many of you even don't know. When Adi Shankaracharya was born 2500 years back, the date is very clear. Many people may say different dates, that is not acceptable. Mahaprabhu has clearly established that is the date. When he was born at that time, there were many, many, many different faiths. And they were out to ruin the Vedic, wisdom, the Vedic way of life, which is a universal way. See, today we are talking about Atma Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam, ultimate truth, eternal happiness. That is common to everybody. It is not for one particular community, one particular individual, one particular religion, nationality. Our Vedas talk about Shanno Astudvipade Shanchatushpade, not only human beings, across all creatures. Correct, Ram Ram Subbu? You know Vedic chanting on Adi Shankara Jayanti. Please understand, that is the goal. And that message was beautifully, systematically organized and delivered to the world by the great Adi Shankaracharya based on knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. Logic which used the Vedic statements, because Vedic statements are the only one that cannot be negated. Any human logic, any human science can be negated by some other logic. So or no, Rajendran sir? No, Seshadri sir, Bell Labs, correct? See, if somebody said light is a wave, Madhuhari, somebody will come, somebody, new scientist will come, light is a particle. Somebody will say something else. It is in between the two. It can be proven. Balanatarajan. But the only statements which cannot be refuted are the Vedic statements. So please register for the program, participate, get the blessings. That is what you require. The blessings of Mahan who has established the Vedic wisdom, which is universal, cutting across all. There is no differentiation for this knowledge, cutting across gender, religion, nationality, communities, across everybody. Everybody can get that knowledge provided you are dedicated to this path. Clear? Can we make sure in the next couple of days all of you register? Can we say, few people saying yes or no? Please make sure, and also tell all your friends, relatives. This is the most important Jayanti we should celebrate, because Adi Shankaracharya resurrected the Vedic way of life. We will have to celebrate what? Sri Ramanavami, Krishna Jayanti, all the, different types of, festivals. Everything was re-established properly. So make sure you attend, understand about Shankara's greatness and the universal message. So where are we right now in Dhyana Yoga? In Dhyana Yoga, Bhagavan is the initial. All of you, please download this ebook. Have you done this? Another one. Need to keep on saying. Sri Vidyarajaraman, G.V. Kumar, all of you. Why are you looking conjuicy for 250 rupees? Download this book. Donate and download. One way for you to please donate to a good cause. No, correct? Nada Sagar. Everything is free. Everything you want free. If you take things free, everything go away from you. Please understand. Guru Shushrusaya Vidya Pushkalena Dhanena Va Athava Vidyaya Vidya Chaturtham Nopalabhyate. At least donate some small money for this knowledge. As I told you, it's invaluable. Do you donate for a good cause, download the book and study systematically, get jnanam. I will correct, no? Is there any equivalent that you can give to this knowledge? Nothing. Please understand. So, in the first 9 shlokas, Bhagavan is talking about the lifestyle that you need to manage. Write down. Unless our lifestyles are managed properly, systematically, consciously, correctly, every aspect has to be taken care. GNVR, correct? Right from the usage of our 5 indriyas, what goes inside through all the 5 different openings, correct? Nainara Suprabhatam. What goes inside through the mouth, through the ear, through the eyes, through the nose, through the skin. Clear? That plus how the mind has to be maintained. What are the actions you need to do? All that has to be regulated properly for you to have a frame of mind which gets prepared. My soldiers say prepared for dhyanam. And once you do dhyanam properly based on the Atma Tattvam Bhagavan has taught, you will get jnanam that is established in you, which is transformational. Many people ask, sir, we are studying. Somehow this Atma Jnanam is elusive. Elusive seems to be somewhere near yet so far. See, it is like that only. So it is very near, nearer than the nearest. Your own true nature, but looks farther than the farthest. So please understand, unless you follow the right principles, and that's why I say, follow the right steps, follow the right guru, follow the right shastram, you'll reach the goal very quickly. If you follow the wrong people, the wrong things, you're what? You know, you are what? 180 degrees opposite direction you are traveling at a very great speed. Then you know what is going to happen. Yeah. So in this shloka, Uddhared Atmanatmanam Natman Avasadayet Atmaiva hi Atmanaha Bandhu Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. Padavibhagan may over for this shloka or not? Somebody can confirm? No. Okay. Meaning is known. Is the overall meaning known? See, your own mind. See, why we say Shankara is the greatest person to grace the earth? Because he is using something that you inherently possess. Your mind, your intellect is being invigorated to realize the ultimate truth. He is not doing any jim boom bomb, some magic. Like people all want to believe. In Ram Raman, people all believe in this magic. Something will happen by magic. Nothing is going to happen by magic. Let me tell you. Anything happens by magic, it will go away with interest. I can quote 10 instances who seem to have seemingly been blessed by great dongi, people, babas. It will go away with interest during their lifetime itself. So please don't depend on magic. Mahaperiyava is very clear. Don't depend on all this siddhi and magic. You all don't know what powers Mahaperiyava had. He never displayed any of them because he did not want people to focus on that. Similarly, Adi Shankaracharya, you think didn't have Yoga Shakti? You think he didn't have? He could go into the body of another individual, a dead body. That is the greatest siddhi that one can have. Did he talk about any of these things in all his commentaries? For simple, maybe we have got some elementary knowledge of Shankara. You don't have any great knowledge. Shankara Jayanti, you should keep on statue, do some Abhishekam, and then Panagam. That's good to begin with. But you cannot be in elementary class. You think Adi Shankara didn't have? He traveled around the entire Akhanda Bharat 3 times by foot, like Mahaperiyava also. You think it is a human feat? Do you think he didn't have Yoga Shakti? He could know, even at a small, tender age, he could know, make rains of what? Golden amla. Correct? Your Kanakasara Stotram, but very engaged. What is that? It's not Yoga Shakti. You could turn the river around to come back at their home. Please understand. Oh, so please follow. Enough of writing. Follow and learn. Donate and download. Do that first before you can put something on the note. Clear? Okay, so yoga and this kind of siddhi and all those things, don't depend on that. Put your effort in the right direction. Learn the shastras properly and integrate in your life. Any amount of bookish intellectual knowledge is no use unless you're able to integrate and at least follow 5% or 10%. Now, Ram Subbu, Sannidhanam used to say consistently, learn little, but follow 100% what you learn. No need to know too many things. And so Bhagavan is saying here, your own higher mind is your best friend. That means what? Well, what is his higher mind and lower mind? Anybody? What is the same? Mind is same, right? Why is Bhagavan saying there are two minds, higher mind and lower mind? That mind which is sanctified by what? Guru's anugraham. Please understand, same intellect only. Mind and intellect are not the same here. That mind which is sanctified by the right principles, right shastras, the right advice, right message, by Guru, and which has been purified by proper karma and karma yoga, is the higher mind or higher intellect. The lower mind is nothing but Vishaya Saktaha. Ram Su put the wonderful loka. Manayeva Manushyanam Karanam Bandha Mokshayoho. Mind is the reason for you to get both bound. Same mind is the one that will get entangled you in the world. Yes or no? Please tell me. Whenever there's no Gita class, please see how is our mind. When you come to Gita class, how the mind changes. Please be practical, yes or no? Leave the mind alone. Where will it go? Huh? So, same mind which has been sanctified by Guru Shastra Upadishta Susamskrita Manaha. Again, very good. Huh? That means the mind has been continuously fed with the right principles, the right values, the right thoughts. Today, our mind is getting filled with all nonsense stuff from internet. Yes or no? Am I right or wrong? Malati, madam, correct? Huh? Vishaya Saktaha. It goes on and on. There is no end. That mind only has to be sanctified, purified. And so, seemingly, our mind exists at two levels. Sundar, correct? Whenever we are now doing all the good activities, good thoughts, satsangam and all, mind seems to be in a very nice. And actually, if you see, when you do all this good work, your mind is actually in a very nice state or not? Long-lasting peace, looks very calm, composed. A lot of confidence is there in the mind. Yes, good things will happen. I will make it happen. Correct? When the same mind is fed with all the lower level, Vishayam means what? All the Indriya Sukham. Always some mind is somewhere, no, a bit of at the back. Even though you're enjoying something, it is having a sense of potential problem. Correct? We don't know what is going to happen. Why? You're already seeing in your experience. So, Uddhared Atmanatmanam Atmanam Avasade. Two key messages. One, use your higher intellect to what? Make your lower intellect almost inactive. That means what? The lower mind should not raise its hood like the snake and take control of your higher mind and lead you on the downward path. Second, don't deprecate yourself. Na atmanam avasadahet. Don't say, sir, we are like this only, sir. Nah, many people say, after all, we are human beings. Asha madam, correct? After all, we are human beings. What can we do? Nah. In Tamil, they say, we are all normal human beings, sir. We are all eating all this, no? Tamarind, puli, karam, and Arvind Balasubramaniam. You're eating all these things. How can I make my mind pure? We are eating all these things, correct? So, this is called what? Deprecating oneself. It's not possible. This Janma, it's not possible. Maybe the next Janma will think about it. Again, already said Pantanga. People already said what will happen to them in this Janma. Nah. Just for your information, I think Sri Vidya, all of you, Singapore, there is no Grahanam. Today there is solar eclipse in the what? Far east of the world. It goes from the bottom, from that Indonesia, Singapore, goes across Australia, parts, the eastern tip of China. You have to observe solar eclipse there today. Clear? Correct? Observe all these things properly. Good. So, these are all proper steps. Karma, karma yoga, chitta shuddhi. So, they say, we can't do anything. Do this, no? When things come, when things happen, situations are there, follow the right steps. That's what we should do. What is the meaning of self-effort? Not deprecating oneself. Yes, left alone. The mind will go into laziness. It will always want to eat and sleep and never ever do anything positively. Yes or no? Am I right or wrong? I'll talk about Granam later. This is not the time for that. Can you all switch on cameras? RV, 𝐒𝐴𝐷, Balu, all of you. Simple thing. Am I right or wrong? Left alone, anybody wants to do anything positively? No. Enjoy Madi. You have to make sure that my goal is this. My goal is ultimate truth. So I'll have to work for it. Constantly remind, break it down to simple steps and keep on doing the discipline properly. So na atmanam avasadahet. Avasadahet. I'll come to Pada Yoga later. And that's why Bhagavan is saying, so what will good friends do to you? Tell me, Meenakshi, you got good friends. They will take you on the right path. Yes or no? They say, come to Satsang, come to Shankara Jayanti, do Mahashivaratri. They'll give all the right advice. Take you on the right path. Yes or no? Ram Venkat sir, correct? If you got people who are bad friends, what will they do? Ganesh Ramurthy? What should we do this weekend? Which place you should go? What food you should eat? Where should we do? What? Correct? They will automatically take you in the wrong direction. And so, you become what your friends are. So, Bhagavan is using that epithet and saying that Your higher mind is your best friend. Pathingla? In your own self, there is both the friend and the enemy. Your higher mind, as long as you connect your higher mind, which will take you according to Shastras. It's what we studied. What? Gunatra Vibhaga Yogaha, Shraddhatra Vibhaga Yogaha, all the way are you studying all that. So that you become aware, which is the path I should follow. The higher mind will always tell, follow this or no. If you miss Sandhyavandhanam one day, your higher mind will say, I miss Sandhyavandhanam. Lower mind will say, it's okay. Anyway, I had this conference call, very important, it's okay. The lower mind will justify what has not been done correctly. The higher mind will say, you should have done. Your own conscience. Yes or no, Raman, correct? Our own inside, what is there? It's called Antah-karanam. Write down. That's why in Sanskrit, the mind is called Antah-karanam. That equipment which is inside, unseen, keeping on giving you warning signals. It's up to you. Where do you tune? Do you tune yourself to the higher mind or the lower mind? The more and more, the lower mind is very easy. See, always, Rajendran sir, the lower mind makes you enjoy all the pleasures in the world. Is very easy. So, no, Krishna here? Correct? To eat one chocolate, very easy. Correct? To eat some other thing, get enjoyment, is very easy. So, similarly, listening to all this elementary things like Bhagavatam, Brahman is very easy. Sitting down and studying Vedanta is very difficult. So, people don't come for Vedanta. They spend time on all this, elementary class. NKV sir, correct? Bhagavatam, stories of Krishna, very good. But you cannot be at the same level. You cannot be at elementary class for life. Your higher mind will have to be what? Empowered, encouraged to learn better things. And so, once the mind is fortified, I'll tell you, I call it the magnetization of the mind. Today, your lower mind is leading you worldly pleasures, leading you to that. Your higher mind, if your mind is magnetized by Guru, Shastram, Bhagavan, then naturally it will become inclined to the higher realities, that which is worthy of living. Clear? So, your mind itself is your best friend. Your mind also is your worst enemy. Clear? Everything is here only. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ಏನು NRS ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಹಾಡಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನರಕ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುಳ್ಳು. Know what it means? Sargam, Narakam, everything is here only. People talk about other world. It is only an imagination. So you create the Sargam or Narakam that you want to live in. You create your world. The entire world is the way you look at it. You know, Satish Aure artha agta idya? The world is the same for everybody, yes or no? Venkataraman, nariya class gorilla miss pannittinga. The world is the same for everybody. Why some people are always blissful, very few, one or two, other people are miserable? Why? The world is not different. It is a mind that is inside the individual that is the cause for you to feel happy or unhappy, sorrowful, depressed, dejected, angry. Your frame of mind. Now, Lalita Venkataraman sir, correct? Am I right or wrong? That means where should the focus be? The focus should be on external, some person will come and do something for me, something will happen. Or the focus should be on how to make my mind the best mind, the most efficient intellect. Elevated mind. And once you are in this path, Raja Sagar, clear, on this path, the right path, which is called Jnana Margam, the path of the intellect with logic, you will lose interest in everything else. Let me what? For academic sake, you'll be doing. Now, somebody comes in, what? This Baba, if you go behind that Baba, you will get this thing, something will happen. You will not even want to listen to it. Many people say, that happened, this happened. I say, please don't tell me any of these things. Don't send me any forwards. I don't need any information. Now, Krishna here, clear? You will reach a state where you don't need any, all is noise. Bhagavan has told already, Shruti Vipratipannate Yadasthasyati Nischala Samadhavachala Buddhi Tada Yogamavapsyasi. Remember? Remember, what a great sloka. That should be recollected when you study Dhyana Yoga. Where is this come? Somewhere you heard, no? Shruti vipratipannate yadasthasyati nischala. When the mind is no longer bewildered by any other statement. If somebody comes and this person said this, that person. Sir, I'm not interested, sir. I know what is right. I know what is the way. Shankara has told me what to do. I'll just follow that. Correct? Don't listen to anybody. Follow only Shankara. Then what will happen? Life becomes very easy. Only when there is multiple choice, life becomes difficult. Yes or no? Swamiji, Swami Omkarananda is a wonderful example. Right from morning, Madhu Harish, from the toothpaste and toothbrush we use, till the night time, whatever you have, whatever you do, there are multiple choices. Yes or no? Najeen, correct? So many choices. When choices are so many, you are not sure what to do. Somebody will say, if you had done this, it would have worked out. Then each one will take you in different direction. If there is only one clear way, the right way, which you know, are certain and convinced that is the right way, then is there any confusion? Two things. One, you will not spend time exploring other things. Two, you will focus only on one thing and be the most efficient person. Are you getting what I'm saying? Very important sloka. Shruti vipratipannate yadasthasiti nischala. That means what? The mind will never get agitated by any external noise. I will call it noise. Other than the Vedic wisdom taught by Shankara, everything else is noise, including Itihasa Purana. Let me tell you. Bhagavatam, Ramayana, all these things will become noise because at that stage you want only the truth. When you get the truth, then all other things like playing game. Nah? You can play table tennis, you can play badminton, you can play anything. It doesn't really matter. Are you getting the point? So please understand. So your mind is your best friend. Your mind is your worst enemy. So what you should do, Somuji? Constantly feed it with the right knowledge. The right knowledge is Vedantic knowledge. Right knowledge is Upanishad knowledge. Right knowledge is Gita knowledge. Right knowledge is Brahma Sutram knowledge. And for that, do all your right steps, right from morning, Sandhyavandhanam, everything. Ram Subbu and team are now working with us wonderfully. We are going to roll out a very, very, very nice Sandhyavandhanam program where you know exactly what you are doing. Every word of your sloka, mantra, you know the meaning, why we are doing, what we are doing. Learn that. When you learn all that, you will know that you are on the right. How do you get convinced? Only with knowledge you can get convinced. Am I right or wrong? The conviction, if it happens by emotion, will go away. Conviction that happens by knowledge, that is fully what established, becomes what? Your best friend, the right path. Clear? Huh? So now look at Padavibhaga. Padavibhaga is over for this? Not yet. Uddharet. Atmana. The word Atmana, many vibhakti is coming. Last time I asked Srihadri sir to put, Rajendra sir to put Atman Shabdaha. Atma, Atmano, Atmana. Can somebody take it to the homework and put the 7 vibhakti for Atman Shabdaha? Nakarantah Pullingaha, Atman Shabdaha. Atma, Atmano, Atmanaha. So, Uddharet Atmana. Right on, very important. Sanskrit also you learn along with this. Atmana, Atmanam, na Atmanam, avasadayet. Somebody has to count how many times Atma word has come. Atma eva hi Atmanaha bandhuhu. Atma eva ripuhu Atmanaha. Venkitramul, every 7. Very good. 7 Atma Shabda. Very good. 7 stands for what? Rishi. Sapta Rishi. When you say Rishi means in our Sanskrit, in our Vedic Sampradayam, Rishi means number 7. Because Sapta Rishi. Today is Guru Varam in India. Rishi Varam. Nah, please understand. Now let us stick to Rishi only. Let us not go into other Sapta Rishi. Daily Sandhyavandhanam you are doing or not? What do you do? Bhuradi Saptam Vyahritinam Atri Bhrugu Kutsa Vishta Gautama Kashyapa Angi Rasa Rishayaha. Right from I'm telling you, every step you do today, some of you are doing elementary, some of you are not doing at all. Every step in Sandhyavandhanam, when you do it consciously with the knowledge, when you chant this mantra, when you are doing before what? It is called what? Pranavopasanam. What you are doing in Sandhyavandhanam, the pranayama is actually Pranavopasanam. When I explain, you will know. It is worshipping the greatness of 𝐸𝐚𝐫𝐚 mantra. Later you will know that. In that, what you are doing? First, you are worshipping the rishis. Ram Subhu, correct? When you chant the 7 rishis, immediately you connect to where the rishi, wherever the rishis are there, they are all Chiranjeevis. They will be blessing you. Every day, 3 times you can get direct blessing of all the rishis, provided what? Madhu Harish, provided what? You know what you're supposed to do. You know how to connect the rishis. You don't believe in all these dongis and all this so-called magic, black magic, white magic and all. It is there in your hand. I keep repeating n number of times. Don't go behind any of these fellows who don't know anything. You can become the master of your future. Clear, huh? So, how many times Atma has come here? 7 times. That's why I said Rishi. Remember now, somebody, you are right on the right side. 7 times the word Atma has come. In this shloka, the word Atma technically means your mind, functionally means you as an individual. To separate your higher and lower nature, we connect to the mind. To connect to you as an individual, we call it yourself. Clear? Huh? So far, is it clear? The word Atma can be used, depending on the instance. It can be called your physical self, your mind, your intellect, your pure consciousness. So it is not all that. Something that concerns you, and importantly, your mind. Padavibhaga, clear so far? Because this should be studied properly. Clear so far? Now, Anvaya. Uddharet. Atmanam. Now we see, Atmanam comes first. Atmana comes next in Anvaya. Are you able to know? Carefully observe. In the sloka, Uddharet Atmana, Atmanam is coming. But while studying, you should study it as Uddharet Atmanam Atmana. Vibhakti, anybody can start putting Vibhakti, it will be very good. Okay. Atmana. So, Anvaya. Uddharet Atmanam Atmana na avasadayet. Atmanam. Atmanam has come already twice. Clear? Huh? Next. He Atma eva bandhuhu atmanaha. All most vibhaktis are being used. Very nice, shloka. Atma eva ripuhu atmanaha. Clear, huh? Atma eva has come twice. Bandhuhu atmanaha, ripuhu atmanaha. That is the variation. If you want to put a pictorial thing, Atma eva, bandhuhu atmanaha, ripuhu atmanaha. You can put all your own flowchart, tables. Please don't think Vedanta does not mean you study only shloka. Your intellect can convert all the shlokas into equations, into tables, to flowcharts. So that ultimately you have to understand. Please, are you getting what I'm saying? There's no point it being a shloka in a book. Sir, when I studied Bhagavad Gita, every shloka I made a flowchart. You wouldn't believe. You look at my old Bhagavad Gita, even now I'll show you. Every shloka had some picture or flowchart. So what happens? That picture or flowchart will be in the mind forever, more than in the shloka. The words themselves, correct? So it's important for you to understand the essence of the shloka. Clear? So far, are you clear? Now you see what Bhagavan is saying. Meaning, Uddharet. Uddharet means one should uplift. That means what? It is a special usage. Uddharet. It should be done. What should be done? One should uplift what? Atmanam, oneself. So Bhagavan is saying here, left the individual. As an individual, as a total personality, you should uplift yourself. What is the corollary you are getting? Nobody will come and every day go on rescuing you. Are you getting the point? That's what it means. When Bhagavan says one should uplift oneself, Atmanam, Atmana. What is Atmana? Which vibhakti it is? By oneself. Tritiya vibhakti. Instrumental cause. Clear? So one should uplift oneself by oneself. That means what is the meaning? Makika Maki is one should uplift oneself by oneself. What does it mean? You can have some right advice, grace, all those things from Mahans. But you have to put your effort. Very good, Asha Madam. Self-effort is the underlying principle, the foundation of Sanatana Dharma. You should, that is why I say, what is the best way to do self-effort? Rajasagar, what should you do? Go back to school. When you went to school, what is the effort you put? You put a uniform, took a bag of books, went to school. Correct, Arvind Balasubramaniam? What did the school do? They put a timetable. And what happened? Today you are postdoctorate scholar. What is the result of following a discipline timetable? You become a postdoctorate. You become what a good software architect, senior manager, vice president. How? Like you achieve these things in worldly life. Do the same for a religious, spiritual timetable. I keep on saying. People say timetable. Now, what is this timetable? Timetable is your future, I'm telling you. That is where Bhagavan is saying you should uplift yourself by yourself. One should uplift. Third person Bhagavan has told. He didn't point out to Arjuna and say, Arjuna will feel depressed. Already is depressed. So he didn't want to say, hey Arjuna, you already gone down. You should uplift yourself. Arjuna will say, what mind should I use? I'm already confused. He told already, I'm very, very confused, Bhagavan. Please advise me. So Bhagavan is giving a very third person message. One should uplift oneself. So what is the message for us, NRS? We should uplift ourselves. That means what? Never allow the mind to go into depression or a very, very, what to say? What? I don't know what to do, sir. Some people say, sir, enna pandradane puriyala. Madhu is correct. And the mind has to be engaged continuously. Actually, holiday comes and no work is there. See, look at the mind. The mind neither wants office pressure. Ganesh Ramurthy. Work pressure we don't want. At the same time, when nothing is there, also mind is complaining. Always complain. What I'm saying, you give it the... See, when you are doing all this Anushtanam, all this timetable, spiritual time, you do it properly. Then when you go to the other field, mind will be extremely efficient. That is my experience. Correct? If you do all your daily rituals correctly, I'm telling you, the mind will be absolutely sharp. Whatever you want to do in any field. You can be an artist, doctor, engineer, chartered accountant, lawyer, anybody. That is why the Vedic way of life makes you the best individual in whatever field you choose to be. Please first achieve that. So, you should uplift yourself, oneself by oneself. That means what? Other things are there for advice. You have to do your job. That means somebody will not come and touch and say you are now transformed. It'll be so nice, no? Somebody comes and touches, you are transformed. Now you are Atma Jnani. Na Sundarama? No, correct. Aha. That will happen only in dream. It will not happen in reality. So, Uddharet Atmanam Atmana. First group. Second group. Na avasadayet Atmanam. Na avasadayet. Avasidati. It's a root. Avasadayet. One should not lower. Na avasadayet. Avasidati means that which retracts and goes back into a dormant stage. So, that which is not even trying to come out of a shell and do something. That is a state, very bad state, yes or no? Some children, They don't get up in the morning. They keep on sleeping. Nah. They'll put some rug. In fact, you put AC and all, they'll put the rug further and sleep strongly. You want to wake them up, they don't want even come out of that. Right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? You say, have you seen children? Correct? NRS, correct? Some children, many children are because they don't know. You should be waiting to get up and do the next step in the morning. Yes or no? His body requires some rest. Correct. Fine. 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever hours you want to give. After that, you should be raring to go. Yes or no? What is next? Nah. What is our principle? Golden rule. Guru Arpan sir. From what? To so what? To what next? Things will happen in life. Let me tell you. Things will happen which will depress you. Life is a great equation. What? It will bring everybody to one level. So if you keep on bothering why this happened, why that happened, I am very depressed today. All this happened. My boss actually scolded me. No increment. I lost my job. All that happened. So I will not get up. The whole world is bad. You will not get up. Just by closing and further closing and keeping within your bed, you are not going to help yourself. Are you getting the point? Tell your children, tell the youngsters. Either by going to lazy, dormant stage or taking to any addiction, we are not going to improve ourselves. Nakala madam, correct? We have to get to the right principle, the right way of life. That is why our Rishi said, get up early in the morning. Brahma Muhurte, whatever happens, let me tell you, whether you had a bad night, bad evening, something happened, you slept very late. Can you even sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning? Even then, next day morning, get up early, do everything systematically. Even you're able to reach that stage, then only you're moving towards Samadha Achala Buddhi. Samadhau Achala Buddhi. Write down this very important term, Samadhau. That's called Samadhi. The mind, not that is, inactive. The mind that does not get affected by anything is Samadhi, Vedanta. Ram Subbu, Samadhi in yoga is different. They have to work very hard. All these yogis keep on doing dhanam and all that we're going to learn anyway. But Vedanta is Nitya Samadhi, means what? Ever in action, but the mind is ever peaceful. That is the state you have to reach. So what should happen? One should not lower oneself. Means what? Sir, that's all, sir. Life is gone, sir. Many people decide by one event, life is gone. Correct? Yes or no? Am I right or wrong? Today, what is all happening? One examination, something happened, people take some decision. One thing happened. Life is a continuous process. Please understand, it is not even this life. If this life ends, the end of this life is the beginning of next life. It's a continuum. It's a great equalizer. Please remember. By one or two small events here or there, neither are we going to achieve great victory or great loss. Neither are we going to a very great state or going to a very bad state. All these are situations, events that keep coming and going. Like the waves of the ocean, yes or no? Does the wave remain always at a high stage? Why do I say, please go and look at the waves of the ocean? That is actually reflecting your samsara sagaram. Sagaram means your ocean. Up and down. Accept it. Don't get what? Overpowered by the happenings around you. You should be the master. Yes, I know. But I will do what is right. Clear? So one should not lower oneself. Don't succumb to all the other problems that keep on coming. Problems come or not? Yes or no? Soumya, Krishnamurthy, correct? Problems from morning till you keep on fighting. What you should do? Intellect should be kept in a very, very nice state so that all things are taken care of. You focus on higher reality. Please understand. That is why Vedanta is the greatest medicine. Swamiji used to say, only one medicine that is universal. LV sir. Universal for everybody. Orre dose, odane close. Close na. All the ajnanam, all the problems, all the sorrows are gone with one dose. What is that one dose? Atma Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam. Please understand. If that is there shining in the mind always, nothing, because everything will come incidental. Roshan Kumar, You will understand everything is drama when you get the Atma Jnanam KN, including office pressure, new release, support work, ellame. No tension, only attention. So, Navasadayet, one should not lower Atmanam, oneself. Two groups, clear? Huh? Why should one uplift oneself by oneself? That means what? You should use your higher mind to uplift yourself from lower mind, and you should not lower yourself by succumbing to the lower mind, because he, third part of the Anvaya, he for Atma eva bandhuhu Atmanaha. Atma, here self means the higher mind. The higher mind, bandhuhu Atmanaha. Bandhu means what? Who is bandhu for you? Bandhu means your friend, well-wisher, correct? So, Atma, your higher mind, is the best friend of you. So, who is your best friend? Suppose I ask, who is your best friend? Now they use all acronyms. I don't use all that, correct? Who is your best friend? If I ask you, what should you say? My higher mind. Clear? Answer should be today, very after this shloka. Who is your best friend? My higher mind. Who is your worst enemy? My lower mind. Now you see, Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga in one package, in one shloka. Bhagavan is clearly put entire Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga. What? Daivi Sampat and Asuri Sampat is with us only. So use the Daivi Sampat to win over Asuri Sampat. So for the self, Atma, the higher mind, Bandhu Atmanaha is the friend of oneself. Atmanaha, which vibhakti it is? Anybody quickly? Atmanaha. Shashti vibhakti. Correct. Shashti, sixth. Of oneself. Now, Atma eva. The self alone. Here the lower mind alone. Ripuhu Atmanaha. Ripuhu is the enemy Atmanaha of oneself. You see, Atma here means your individuality. The last one, Ripuhu Atmanaha. Ripuhu is the enemy, Atmanaha, oneself. That means what? You as a total being. That also means Atma. Atmanaha of oneself. Clear? So if you want to put a small flowchart, I don't know whether it is there in our book. We'll look at the book later. You just put a small box. My what? Mind. I put one arrow. Is my best friend, also is my worst enemy. So what you should do? Make the mind sanctified by higher knowledge and make it your best friend. Clear? Clear? So where should the investment be? Other than investing in all your other financial instruments, in Ganesh Ramamurthy, we all know financial investments. Satish, correct? We all know how to invest our money in different things. Where should you invest your time? You know, time is money. In fact, time is the most valuable. You all don't know. No, time is money, time is most. So where should you invest your time? Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitartha. That's why Acharya Shankara within 32 years has created such a great repository. How was he able to do? Every second was used wonderfully. Clear? So this meaning is very clear. Let us all chant. Commit this to memory. Sri Bhagavan Uvaja Uddharedatmanatmanam Natmanam Avasadayet Atmaiva ह्यात्मनो Bandhuhu Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. Next sloka. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Bandhuratmatmanastasya Yenatmaiva Atmanajitaha Anatmanastu Shatrutve Vartetatmaiva Shatrubate.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Bandhuratmatmanastasya Yenatmaivatmanajitaha Anatmanastu Shatrutve Vartetatmaiva Shatruvat.
Very good. Also together. Sri Bhagavanuvacha Bandhuratmatmanastasya Yenatmaivatmanajitaha anatmanastu shatrutve vartetatmaiva shatruvat. So Bhagavan is not leaving you from the Atma class. Nah? He wants to make sure you know the term Atma very well. Because you see, it is the last chapter concerning the Atma, the individual. Are you getting the point? So, sloka number 5, 6, 7, 8, everywhere. Atma, Atma, Atma is going to come. I think, whether you want it or not, Bhagavan is saying Atma, Atma. Nah. We don't want Atma. We want everything else in the world. Correct? Look at once again, all Atma is coming again. So, Bhagavan is saying here, together. Have you chanted again together? Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Bandhuratmatmanastasya Yenatmaivatmanajitaha Anatmanastu Shatrutve Vartetatmaiva Shatruvati. So now Bhagavan is giving explanation of the previous sloka. Bhagavan is saying here, I told in the previous sloka, the self is the best friend of oneself and also the worst enemy. So you want to say again here, how the same self or the mind can be the best friend of oneself and also be the worst enemy? Bhagavan is saying, the self or the higher mind, self, your own individuality is a friend of yourself, of oneself, for that person whom the self is mastered by the very self. Complicated. Means what does it mean? If you have mastered your mind, means what? If you are able to take, see, if you say I am going in this direction, Radhakrishnan sir, what does it technically mean? Physical body may be going. Who is guiding you to go in a particular direction? Which is a key instrument? Which is saying, mind. Please understand, everything begins with the mind and ends with the mind. The mind drives your karmendriyas. The mind says, I'll give you an example. Suppose you're hungry. One mind will say, let us go and grab the food and eat. Another mind will say, no, unless the food is properly cooked, properly sanctified, I will not take. Correct, yes or no? Imagine, now you have gone through this, a very hungry situation is there. Whatever you get, bhakasuraha, you want to eat. So the same mind will be saying, let me grab. Another mind will say, no, wait. It all depends on you as an individual. Where do you succumb to? Correct? Are you getting the point? So Bhagavan is saying, if you have mastered your very self, that means what? If you have mastered all aspects of your what? Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, your organs of action, organs of knowledge, by your own self, means what? Your own mind. Your higher mind, which is guiding you properly, takes control of you as an individual, then that higher mind becomes your best friend. Are you getting the point now? What we told in the previous sloka, same thing, Bhagavan is expanding. So if you're able to, what? So very karmani prayogam. I'm giving you kartari, I'm giving you direct sense, not a passive sense. If you're able to master your actions, your thought, your word, your deed, and who is acting? Can you say somebody is getting into me and making me act? Can you say that? Are you not the person to take responsibility for your actions? When I am responsible for my action, and if my actions are going the right direction, which means what? My higher mind is in control of me as an individual. Clear? So Bhagavan is saying that higher mind which is mastering, here Atma also means this, Indriyas, Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, all aspects of you, which takes you, when you say your master means what? You don't follow the mind. The mind follows you. That means what? Mind. Suppose you say I should sit down for dhyanam, mind should sit for dhyanam. Suppose in the morning I say I will get up and do Sandhyavandhanam, the body should do Sandhyavandhanam. The mind cannot say sleep for 1 more hour and then you follow. Are you getting the point? When you say you are the master of yourself, what does it mean? Whether the mind is leading you or you are leading the mind. Unless you with conviction are saying, hey mind, now start thinking. Then after you think, they should get into action. Correct? From thinking to action itself is a long process. Namadu Harish? From thinking to action, suppose somebody decides, let me donate 100 rupees or something. By the time it comes into action, the thought itself is lost. Correct? That is Kali Prabhavam. Correct? So please understand. So your mind should be your master. That's what Bhagavan is saying. Which mind? The higher mind. So when does your mind becomes your friend? Quickly, can somebody summarize? When does my mind become a best friend? When it is what? Sanctified by right knowledge. It's called Samskriti. Sanctified by right knowledge, right shastras, right advice, right message. Then only your mind becomes your best friend. Why is Bhagavan talking about mind, mind, mind? Why is Bhagavan minding your mind? Why is Bhagavan says mind your mind? Because this chapter is for what? Making your mind super efficient. Dhyana yoga. If you become a dhyana yogi, Bhagavan will finally say, why is dhyana yogi the greatest? Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. He says, become a dhyana yogi. So, and dhyanam is around what? Physical exercise, push up. Now all this what? Another something they do, no, gym. It's intellectual gymnasium. What is it? Mind. The focus, the mind. So Bhagavan is coming again and again to the word mind. Clear? So that mind which can master your sense organs, your actions, take responsibility for everything. If you are responsible, you will have Bhaya Bhakti. We say, no, nothing wrong should happen from my side. I should be careful. Yes or no? That is the best friend. Sometimes the mind has got some fear of doing wrong things, a good mind. You can be fearless about everything, but fear the only thing that I may end up doing something wrong. Are you getting what I'm saying? I'm thinking a bit fast. Time illa. Nirbhayatvam arogita. You can be fearless about everything. But that fear, whether I am doing the wrong thing, that should be there in the mind. That fear you should retain. Whatever state you may reach, because somewhere you should be very clear that I should not go in the wrong direction. Clear? We all know what is right and what is wrong. It's not that we don't know. Nobody can say, sir, I don't know this is wrong, sir. We all know, heart of hearts, you know what is right, what is wrong. Except the laziness of mind, wrong influence, wrong thoughts, wrong logic, Google, Chat GPT, all this justifies all our wrong actions, and we continue in the direction. Beware, be careful. Then Bhagavan says, you know what? But the same very self or the mind would remain in enmity. That means what? With you will be the worst enemy for you. It's like an enemy for that person who has not mastered the self. That means what? First step to dhyanam, bahiranga sadhana, is master your actions, thought, word, deed. That means what? Here is a clear copybook Bhagavan has given. These are the things to be done. These are the do's, these are the don'ts. That's why we studied what? Shraddhatraya we are studying now. Daivasara Sampat we studied. Gunatraya Vibhagam we studied. Clearly Bhagavan is saying there what you should do, what you should not do, including what you should worship, what you should not worship, because worship is actually an expression of deep faith. If you start worshipping the wrong elements, the wrong people, the wrong things, you will become that and you will go in the netherworld. Please understand. So everything that you do has to be done consciously. So if you are going the wrong direction, the lower mind which leads in the wrong direction, you yourself will turn up to be your enemy. Now, Bhasmasura, who is the enemy of Bhasmasura? Was Ambal the enemy of Bhasmasura or Bhagavan? Who was the enemy? You all know Bhasmasura story? How many of you know? You all study story, no? That's why it says Bhagavatam, Ramayanam, all this is only story, elementary class, KG class. What happened to Bhasmasura? He was his worst enemy, correct? He wanted to say, I will defeat everybody. Ultimately, he burnt himself to ashes. So please understand, why all these stories are there? People also tell all these stories, Guru Arpan sir, Bhagavatam, that, this and all. They only tell like elementary class stories. They should say, what is the message from the story? We know that. The message from the story of Bhasmas or any story is that it is within you. You become your own enemy if you don't follow the right principles, the right morals in life. Are you getting the point? So don't say, this person destroyed me, that person destroyed me, that person is responsible for my problems. Correct? Sukhasya dukkhasya nakopi data. Paro dadadhiti kubuddhi resha. Please understand. Nobody is responsible for my happiness or sorrow. Gayatri Raval, clear, no? But to get to this level of understanding and conviction is not easy. It's easy, Sri Vijayendra, correct? That person did something to me. Many people come and tell me, Satish Avare, monk pudi marbutro, Maya mantra martare, ella martare. That's why in Tamil also, in Kanda Shashti Kavasam, Enna Subramaniam, Pilli Sunyam. Adula vera prayer la irukku. Correct? All that you have to pray to Murugan. Do that. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, there are evil forces. But if somebody is unmute, please. Who is controlling the class? Somebody is unmute. Okay. So there are some bad elements, but they cannot control you if you are established. Clear? So are you understanding sloka? Sloka number 6. Bhagavan says, expansion of sloka number 5. Clearly, Bhagavan says that if you can, so simple formula. If you can master your thought, word, and deed by your higher mind, your mind becomes your best friend. Clear? If all these wrong thoughts, lower level thoughts overpower you and they become the master of you, the lower mind which leads in the wrong direction is your worst enemy. Now, summary quickly. Where is the lower mind and higher mind? It's in somebody else's place, somewhere else. It's in Himalaya. Where is it? Within you. So in a way, both are nothing but two aspects of me as an individual. So summary is that I am my best friend. I am also my best enemy. Qualification. I am my best friend provided my mind can master the lower thoughts. I am my worst enemy if my lower thoughts overpower me. Clear? So what should be the constant vigil? Vigil. What is vigil? Vigil nanapa. What is vigil? Alertness. Staying alert is that is my mind saying it will go. In spite of any amount of vigil, mind will be steady like this. Anybody whose mind has been like this, only one line, NRS mudiyuma. Dubai la irupangala oruvela. Somewhere in Saudi Arabia irukangala jana and mari. And tell me. Wherever you are, the mind is subject to fluctuations. More and more we bring it to the right. That's what Bhagavan is going to say. Yatho yatho nischarati manasthanchalam asthiram tatasthato vasham nahet. So tatasthato niyamyetat atmanyeva vasham nahet. So get it back. Bhagavan is going to teach all these principles. Wonderful chapter. So what is the summary? See, Rome was not built in a day. Dhyanam will not happen suddenly. Suddenly you sit, dhyanam will not happen. What is the fundamental requirement for dhyanam? Now all of you, are you understanding? Are you clear? Are you convinced? For doing proper dhyanam, what is required? Proper lifestyle, karma yoga, where your actions are controlled, your higher mind takes control in the right direction, leads you in the right direction. You don't get led by the wrong thoughts. Clear? If you can do that consistently, that means what? If your mind is in the right space, what I talk, what I eat, what I speak, what I do, whatever I do will be in the right way. So, more than control, I will say, follow the guidelines. This control won't work. The control won't work for long. Only by knowledge you can win over everything. Clear? I'll stop here. Om Shanti 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 Gita Samvatsara Vaibhavam. Who's standing today?
Namaskaram, Guruji. Savitri here. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Atatrayodasodhyayah. Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yogam. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Can you please focus, madam?
Avibhaktam cha bhutesho vibhaktamiva cha स्थितं भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयं ग्रसिष्णु प्रभविष्णु च ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितम् इति क्षेत्रं तथा ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासतः मद्भक्तये तद्विज्ञाय मद्भावायोपपद्यते प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव भिद्यनाधिवुभावपि विकारांश्च गुणाश्चैव विद्धि प्रकृतिसम्भवान् कार्यकरणकर्तृत्वे हेतुः प्रकृतिरुच्यते पुरुषः सुखदुःखानां भोक्तृत्वे हेतुरुच्यते पुरुष प्रकृतिस्थो हि भुङ्क्ते प्रकृतिजान् गुणान् कारणं गुणसङ्गोऽस्य सदसद्योनिजन्मसु उपदृष्टानुमन्ता च भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरः परमात्मेति चाप्युक्तः देहस्मिन् पुरुषः परः ओम शांति शांति शांति.
சாவித்ரி மேடம் எங்க இருக்கீங்க?
மயிலாப்பூர்ல, சென்னையில மயிலாப்பூர்ல இருக்கு.
வெரி குட். என்ன எனர்ஜி பாருங்களா. all of you see, look at no madam's age, all of you know, convey your appreciation. What, look at the energy. This is called uddhared atmanatmanam. What shloka we studied today, madam is representing wonderfully. கீதை நல்லா படிச்சிருக்கீங்களா? ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்களா டெய்லி? மாமி
பண்றேன்ப்பா.
வெரி குட்.
குருஜியோட blessings தான், சுவாமியோட blessings தான்.
ஆமா, பெரிய போட்டோ வச்சிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. வெரி நைஸ். என்ன கிளாஸ்க்குள்ள வந்து அர்த்தம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. என்ன அர்த்தம் புரியுறதா? அர்த்தம் புரியுறதா?
உங்க கிளாஸ் ஃபாலோ பண்ணலாம்னு இருக்கேன். உங்க கிளாஸ்க்கு வந்துருவேன்.
கிளாஸ்க்கு வந்துருங்க. டைரக்டா
வந்துருங்க. நீங்க சொல்றது அப்படி திருப்பி திருப்பி சொல்றது அப்படி நன்னா ரெஜிஸ்டர் ஆயிடுது.
ரெஜிஸ்டர் ஆயிடுதுனா டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்மேஷன் தான். அப்புறம் வந்து your higher mind will take control of you. பாத்தீங்களா? Look at all people, young people, middle age, old, everybody. The time is now. Please understand. Correctா? ஒரு க்ஷணம் கூட அன்மை வீணாக கூடாது. You should take it in the right direction, achieve the goal. What is the ultimate goal? Goal is moksham. Clear? ஞானாதேவது கைவல்யம். Very good, Savitri madam. Very nice. Inspiration to everybody. All of your inspiration. Very good.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. Now, quickly, couple of things. All of you, please register for the Shankara Jayanti. I keep saying it's the most important function you to attend. First point. Clear? Couple of people want to know quickly about Grahanam, about eclipse. What should you do? So all of you note down. Quickly, 2-3 points. I'll complete in 3 minutes because it's very important observation. In India, there is only one Grahanam. That is why I say when you do Panchanga Shravanam beginning of the year, one should note down how many Grahanam, which date. All should be first registered. In India, there is only one Grahanam. September 20th, October 27th, the correct date, sir. Only Chandra Grahanam is there. Okay. Incidentally, today Surya Grahanam in the east. What you should do? Immediately after Grahanam happens, one has to take bath. That means what? Sachela Snanam, whatever dress you are wearing, along with the dress, you go and take bath completely. Clear? After that, you have to wear, before that, you have muddy cloths ready. That means previous day, you should have taken bath and have muddy clothes ready. Wear the muddy cloth, sit down, and do all the anushtanams. If you are able, if you have learned mantra, all the mantras, mantra japam is very vishesham. For people who got eligibility, Gayatri mantram. For people who got don't have upakarma, upanayanam, you can do Gayatri mantra ta shloka. Then either mantra japam, mantropadesham, please do it. Chanting you do. Children can do chanting and also do studies. They can study mathematics, science. Whatever you do during Grahanam, whether it is Surya Grahanam or Chandra Grahanam, very, very powerful. Then, For people who have got eligibility, Diksha, that means what? Your parents are not alive. Tarpanam is a must. Grahana Tarpanam is absolutely essential. See, it is like this. For Surya Grahanam, we should do immediately after what? The Grahanam is started. Chandra Grahanam, you should end before Grahanam finishes. That means what? If the Grahanam is only for half an hour, Chandra Grahanam, then start and it will end in half an hour. Na? Correct? If the Chandra Grahanam is for 3 hours, sometimes Purna Chandra Grahanam comes, you should take bath and then wait till the end, last half an hour of the Grahanam, and then do your Tarpanam. Grahana Tarpanam, if you do, it is equal to 1,000 Tarpanams. Please understand. Who is supposed to do for them? All the mantra chanting, shloka chanting, Vishnu Sahasranamam, all that you can do. If you do that, equivalent to 1,000 times benefit. You all wait for Grahanam like anything. People who are interested in Shastras will wait for Grahanam. Because if you do once, correct? 1,000 times benefit. They're all the Shastras. Tasmat Shastram Pramanante. Tasmat Shastram Pramanante. Clear? Sorry, clear about it? So this is the procedure followed. Once again, after the Grahanam, Moksha Snanam should be done. Then depending on your capability, do Dhanam. If you cannot do at that time, set apart some money as what? For Acharya Mukhena, keep it and then later give it to them. Today nobody is going to come and take Dhanam directly from you. So keep it. The Dhanam during Grahanam is extremely beneficial. You can say, I will donate to some institution, keep it, and then after that you donate. Something you do. All that you do, you get multiple benefits. So what? Snanam, Anushtanam, Mantra Japam, what? Tarpanam, Dhanam. These are all the most important activities in Moksha Snanam. So these are all the steps to be done during Grahanam. Follow it religiously whenever Grahanam comes. So beginning of the year, that's why you see Panchangam. What we saw, you have to note down all these things and follow religiously. Correct? Not only see when Deepavali is going to come to celebrate, no, and firecrackers. These are all very important. Okay? We'll stop here. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. 2 things. All of you download this ebook. Keep saying, don't do Kanjusi. Download this. That way, at least you can get some Papa Pariharam. Anyway, Papam is getting accumulated. So donate something and get rid of Papam. 2, take the Gita quiz, chapter 5. Now it is alive. It is live now. This is a website. Nobody needs to say, sir, I didn't get the link. That link I forgot. This WhatsApp. No more WhatsApp. Everything on the website. Go take the quiz. So the next class we will do. We'll sit down and do quiz together with all of you. Chapter 5 quiz is ready. That you take. And then register for the Shankara Jayanti program. Most important. Happening on Tuesday. Write down. Don't forget this date. Tuesday, India time, morning 7:30. We'll start at 7 itself. There are more performers. And your East Coast time, Monday night. No, look at your calendar. Clear? Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Tatsate Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta San Mangalani Bhavantu Satyayeta Hari Om Narayana.